The mission is to provide, maintain, and grow a museum that will preserve the history of America during war times, basically. It's to preserve the histories of our veterans throughout time and to teach those histories perpetually for all generations. The museum is funded through admissions. We have admissions to the museum through grants that I apply for, through just general donations people make to the museum because they believe in the mission of this museum and want to see it continue on, and through foundation and that sort of thing. Our membership is very important, so we encourage people to join the membership of the museum. So we have various different ways that can definitely be used to help keep the museum going. The majority of the airplanes in the museum are owned by the museum. They've been donated to this museum. There are several of them that are privately owned, that are on permanent loan to the museum, and then from time to time we have visiting aircraft that will come and stay at the museum for some months at a time, and then they'll leave and go back to their own homes. The Curtiss P-40E has been used in over time in several different films. The most recent one was Valkyrie. It was used in the opening scene of Valkyrie, where the Nazis in the desert with Rommel were attacked. This is the plane that did that. And then both this airplane and the P-40N, which is behind you, were used in the making of Pearl Harbor, the movie Pearl Harbor. We originally painted these just for historical purposes, but they've been used in films. The E that we just filmed in front of with the shark mouth on it actually is it is the British version used by the British. We were in a Lend-Lease program with the British before World War II started for America, and so we lent them literally our airplanes, and that's a 12th Shark Squadron marking British that was used in North African desert, and our plane was already painted in the North African scheme. It meant that he wouldn't have to try to repaint it or to duplicate what was already on this airplane. So our plane was, they asked if they could use it for that filming. Then painted over the paint schemes both of these airplanes and made them just an OD. They used colored floor wax to reconstruct colors on cars or airplanes or their props, whatever they need to do. Those two films are what ultimately funded the buildings, these buildings that you're in now. This wing, which is primarily the World War II wing of the museum, was funded by the Pearl Harbor film, what we were paid for the planes to be used there. And then the second wing, which is the Cold War era of the wing, was primarily funded by the making of Valkyrie.